Mellow as the month of May. I love that alliterating gem from one of Carole's prize compositions. This too, from pop star Taylor Swift declaring at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Carole. It was a watershed moment for humans in the world who have feelings, and for cats who had big dreams of one day ending up on iconic album covers. Did you have Carole's Tapestry record? Here's a song from that very same cat-covered treasure.
under my feet. I feel the wind, it's a howling. I feel my mind going crazy whenever you're around. Oh, baby, when I see your face, mellow as the month of May. Oh, darling, I can't stand it when you look at me that way. Yeah, I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. Well, I just lose control down to my very soul. I get so hot and cold all over, all over, all over, all over, all over, all over, all over. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the earth move under my feet. The earth moves under my feet. I feel the earth start to move and shake whenever I look at you. I feel the earth move.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Folks, thanks so much. Welcome to episode 29, live from SpragueLand. The Earth Moves, the music of Carole King. At our house, and that's, I'm speaking about my brother Tripp and I, we grew up with the Tapestry album. Tonight we're playing a bunch of songs from that record, including the first one you just heard, I Feel the Earth Move. Beautiful music, and I had a lot of fun warping her songs into my jazz influence. Actually, there's a fair amount of jazz in Carole's music. Great chord progressions, solid melodies, cool lyrics, and piano front and center. Love it. Hope it's working for your ears. Digital Brian, first off, you were used to seeing him here. He's off in Palm Springs engineering a plug-in app that wires directly into my brain and notates sheet music right from my imagination. It might be a few years until he surfaces, but we will miss him. Let me tell you who's in the band. First off, my brother, and these are incredible musicians. They are so devoted. Some of these charts are sort of hard, and they just devour the details. First up, my brother Tripp Sprague on saxophone, flute, harmonica. Tripper.
And soprano sax.
Yes, sorry. And if it had to be, you'd play piano and guitar too. Tripp is a freelance musician, and he's working a ton. And recently, you played at not the House of Blues, but the
Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe. Tell me, in L.A.
Hollywood. Not L.A., Hollywood. And anyways, this gig, they added me at the last second because it turns out they couldn't have stage volume. So I played no sax. I played only iwi, harmonica, and flute. So they added me like the day before, and I said, well, I have this other gig. I'll miss the sound check. Oh, we could do it anyway. So I head up to L.A., and about Vista, I get a flat tire. And, I get the spare out. It's like one of those little miniature donut things. And I'm searching on my phone, like, how long can you drive on a miniature spare?
You're searching while you're driving, right?
No, well, yeah, probably. And don't go more than 50 miles. So I drove all the way there on this spare tire, because things go better if you just make the gig.
Yes.
And I made it, and the next day I found a tire place open on a Sunday, so it all worked out.
The life of a musician,
Yeah.
a gig and musician. That's Tripper, all right. Beth, who is playing flute today with us, Beth Ross Buckley. She is, well, let's have a hand for her. She's playing great. How about that beautiful tone on the intro? That intro, by the way, was something that I wrote, and I took sort of the start of the melody from I Feel the Earth Move at the bridge, and I kind of warped into my little jazz changes. And then how did you like that chaos where we were all. I like that. I hope you like that. Anyway, Beth Ross Buckley, she came up with the idea of doing Carole King music. Beth, tell us about how that plan came to be.
Well, on a long drive back from Las Vegas after one of my gigs, during the pandemic, I was booked to play in some libraries there, and it was a lot of fun. It was just when things were opening up, and I had no idea the chaos that could happen on the freeway coming from Las Vegas to San Diego. If anyone's done it, they know what I'm talking about. Instead of a 4-hour drive, it was 10.
Ooh.
And I got home at maybe 3 in the morning. So I was driving with a friend. Luckily, my friend Monique offered to go to Las Vegas and have some fun with me, but poor girl, she ended up on a 10-hour drive, and we had trouble staying awake. So I told her, when I was driving home after finals with my grandma in Minnesota, from St. Olaf to my hometown in northern Minnesota, my grandma would help me stay awake by coming up with lots of tunes to sing. So we would sing all the way up home. So I said, okay, Monique, we need to start singing to stay awake. I said, what should we sing? Oh, I love singing Carole King. So we put on Pandora, and after a few hours, I was like, I wonder if Peter would ever consider this. But Peter, you don't remember, when I started talking about this concert, I thought, well, I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm just going to see what Peter has in mind.
Really? And then
Yeah,
I
and you
mentioned it?
said, well, either Simon and Garfunkel or maybe Carole King. And I'm like, yes.
Synchronicity.
It was synchronicity, meant to be, and it's so much fun. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, thanks.
And thanks to my grandma Elizabeth for
suggesting
it.
That's Beth Ross Buckley. Next on piano, let's give a hand to Danny Green playing piano. So at the rehearsal, I'm hearing Danny and Tripp talk about some cave in Yosemite. So Danny, I didn't get to hear the story, so tell me.
All right. So my family took a trip out to Yosemite over the last weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Really just awesome time being there. Such a gorgeous place. And I think the last time I was there was in 6th grade. My school took a 6th grade field trip out there. I guess like 6th grade camp.
Yep.
We were there for about a week. And one of my best memories from that was going to this place called Spider Cave. And it's this cave that we went through totally in the dark, and you can't see anything, and you got to go through all these little crevices to get from one room to the next.
Ooh.
So, I thought, like, all right, when we go back, it'll be easy to find. And, I asked all sorts of different people that worked at Yosemite about Spider Cave, and none of them had heard of it. So I went on YouTube, and I found this video of these two guys that went in it, and I saw somewhere online that it's near the base of Yosemite Falls, so we were right there, and we were going through some caves, but I knew they weren't the right ones. And finally I watched that video, and I saw exactly like what the rock formation was that I had to look for. And like we had seen that cave, but we didn't realize like there's this tiny little hole that you got to plunge through, and then you go down and you go in it. So I went, and my son just absolutely loved it, and my daughter did not like it.
How did you like it?
I loved it. It was a lot of fun, and my son made a video. He wants to start his own YouTube channel called All Things Random. So I'm giving it a little plug right now.
Yeah.
Before we get it off the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made a video, and since I'm used to recording, I'm all about doing first take and second take and third take and so on. And so we ended up going through that cave 3 times in a row with me holding the camera, and I put my little headlamp light on the phone.
Yes.
And I'm like trying to crawl through there. It was pretty harrowing, but it was a lot of fun. My body was killing.
Afterwards.
Yes.
All those contortions. Man, it sounds like an MRI or something.
Totally.
All right. Well, beautiful. Danny Green. Pamela Pendrell is on vocals. How about a hand for her?
Thank you.
Just doing beautiful. Pam is one of our new vocal heroes, and we did a Joni Mitchell show earlier on in the year, and Carole King is a great fit. And then Pam, your folks tell me they're in town.
Yes, my parents, Jim and Hope, have traveled from Rhode Island for the concert tomorrow night, and they're very excited. They brought some friends with them. It's going to be their first time seeing me perform live.
Ever?
Not ever, but as a performing adult.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I've lived in San Diego almost 20 years, so they haven't traveled out for one of my dive bar band gigs. They're here for this.
They'll at the Conrad. They'll fit right in. Well, how about tonight? Do you think they're hearing it tonight?
No, I told them not to watch because I wanted it to be fresh for them tomorrow night.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Pam. Duncan Moore, out in the drum shed. He's on drums out there. Duncan, how about a hand for him?
Thank you.
Hey, most of us grew up with Carole King's Tapestry record. How about you, Duncan? Was that in your playlist?
It was at one point, it was in heavy rotation in my room. I don't remember that I bought it. I think I probably stole it from my sister.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I did that quite often. She's probably watching the show, and I'm just fessing up now that a lot of her records that disappeared, I probably ended up with.
That's a true brother, man.
Yep.
Hey, I heard that you and Steve is our switcher, by the way. Let's have a hand for Steve.
Yes.
Steve is our switcher, and both Steve and Duncan realized that they both were really into bike riding. So this week was your first week that you biked. What did you learn, Duncan, on the ride with Steve?
It was interesting because all the time Steve and I were talking about riding, he was always like saying, "Oh man, if we ever ride, you got to really go easy on me," and, you know, because I don't, put in those kind of miles or ride that fast or blah blah blah. And so, I didn't know what to expect. So we got out on a ride and we rode like 28 miles, including the Torrey Pines grade, which is like about 1.5 mile hill with, 6-7% grade, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we're going up it, and I look over, and there's Steve just right next to me, hanging in there, and he did great, man. He was just, we were a good match, really. We rode, but of course, I have to say something. It was only later that I looked at his bike more closely and realized it was an electric bike. No, I'm kidding. It was not an electric bike.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you. That's Duncan Moore, guys. And then, yes. Duncan Moore, also known as Sean Connery of the music world. Justin Grinnell. Hey, I got to tell you, he's on bass. And he is seeing the music for the first time today. We had a little bit of a rehearsal. He is an incredible musician, great guy. Let's have a hand for Justin Grinnell.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Hey, so Justin once told me that his folks, he kind of grew up with Carole. His folks were kind of semi-hippies. And so did you have Carole King records going on when you were growing up?
I gotta say no. My parents did have some folk stuff, like more folksy stuff. I'd say like Joni Mitchell, and then like the Kingston Trio and stuff like that.
Yep.
But honestly, I don't think I ever knew the name Carole King. I mean, I had heard some of her songs on the radio growing up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was. As I was saying earlier, when I got into playing the bass when I was in high school and college, I got really into looking up famous bass players that were on lots of recordings. One of the first ones I heard of was James Jamerson.
Yeah.
And he's on a ton of stuff. But then the next person I heard of was Carole K. And so I always, whenever I heard the name Carole King, I always assumed it was the same person because I just didn't think about it. I was like, oh, that's that bass player.
So when you came to the gig today, you had shedded
No,
your
not
Carole K licks and not Carole King.
Got all my. I think she was part of the Wrecking Crew, right?
She was
think,
part of the
in
Wrecking
LA.
Crew.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, learning this music was really fun, and learning about Carole King's music was really fun because. I'm sure pretty much anyone that does a little research who maybe isn't sure like me will just go, oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. And Yeah. I mean, these are huge hits.
Huge hits. Huge hits, somewhat deranged by my jazz mentality, but we're loving it. Hey, thanks for one more round of applause for the whole band. Great musicians. Justin, thanks so much for shedding the music. Great. Let's keep playing. We're going to play So Far Away, beautiful ballad. All right. Okay, Dunk, you got it?
One bar. 1, 2, 3.
So far away, doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know you're just time away. Long ago I reached for you and there you stood. Holding you again could only do me good. How I wish I could, but you're so far away. One more song about moving along the highway. Can't say much of anything that's new. If I could only work this life out my way, I'd rather spend it being close to you, but you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know you're so far away. Traveling around sure gets me down and lonely. Nothing else to do but close my mind. I sure hope the road don't come to own me. There's so many dreams I've yet to find. So far away, long ago I reached for you and
Yeah, beautiful Pam.
Ah, thanks.
Super cool. Hey, let's check in with Stephanie, my wife, Steph, who does a lot of the interior decorating for the live streams. She made dinner for the band, which is beautiful. Man, and she's managing the chat. So here's Stephanie, my wife. You know, and mostly lately we've been having a camera on the crew, but we're a bigger band today, and we had to forfeit one camera. But here she is, Steph. How are we doing on sound? First off.
Yeah, so first, hi, everybody. Nice to be back. So sound, you have about 4 or 5 people saying it is just wonderful.
Good.
Robert Bush, though, said maybe a tiny bit more guitar.
What?
I knew you'd like that.
What is he, a guitar player or something?
That is great, because everyone's always telling me to turn down, so great. Okay, a little more guitar.
So we have an active chat here, and lots of musicians tuning in. Robert Bush, the Hoffmans, Makiko, Randy Phillips, Rob Shin. We have a guy named Jeff from Australia,
Neat.
which is neat. And guess who's back in town?
Peter Rahill.
That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Peter, we've missed you.
Good. All right. And so the sound's good, and we've got the whole gang listening.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, great. Let's keep going. There's a tune called Jazzman. Now, my friend Digital Brian told me about it. It wasn't one of Carol's songs that I knew, but the title of it is intriguing. Tom Scott is on sax on it. Our version, we actually swing, which is almost against the rules. We swing it at the end, and we play a tip of our hat to Sonny Rollins at the very end of the tune. This will be Jazzman, written by Carole King, jazzed up Jazzman. All right, everyone good? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lift me, won't you lift me above the old routine? Make it nice, play it clean, Jazzman. When
Danny Green, man, double tempo.
Oh my gosh.
What a solo.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that was really great. And Justin swinging, man. All those lessons really paid off. Love it. Hey, folks, let me mention that we have a donation jar, tip jar as it sometimes it's called. The music, we're super into it, and it really helps when you guys tip. And the ways to donate, PayPal, Venmo, snail mail, Zelle. Snail mail's been pretty popular. So if you're digging it and you want to reward us for all the hard work and the inspiration and the fun, we'd really appreciate it. And we'll touch it across this. And yes, I'm looking at my screen and the information is there. That information will be there at the end of the show, but it'll also come a couple more times. We're trying to become millionaires doing this. It's simple as that. All right, Natural Woman. One of Carole's biggest tunes. The Aretha version is sort of an iconic moment in music, just incredible. And this is an interesting story. Sometimes in composing, all you need is a title to get you started. So it goes like this. Atlantic Records producer Jerry Wexler. He was a student of Afro-American music culture. He had been mulling over the concept of the natural man when he drove by Carole King on the streets of New York City. And suppose this is a true story. He shouted out to her that he wanted a natural woman song for Aretha's next record. So Carole and Jerry Coffin, that was her lyricist for all those years, went home and wrote the song that night. It was a huge hit. Now, hopefully that's all true, but what a great story. And sometimes, I've had, I'm a composer as well, and sometimes just having a title of a song can get you going. So this is our version of A Natural Woman. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found, you came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me till your kiss helped me name it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. And if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, on the morning rain. I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. But you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, yes, you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh, you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a
Wow. Pam on the vocals,
Yeah.
ladies and gents.
Thanks.
Man, that was really good. Really great. Capo. I sure enjoyed that. Next we're going to play It's Too Late. And relationship breakups inspire great songs. Everyone knows that. This one's lyrics was written by Toni Stern. She was also a collaborator with Carole in doing lyrics. And she said she wrote the lyrics the lyrics to this song in a single day after her love affair with James Taylor had ended. We take this song to Brazil with the bossa nova groove. Okay, Doc?
Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, and maybe we just stop trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside us died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh no, no. It used to be so easy living here with you. You were light and breezy, and I knew just what to do. Now you look so unhappy, and I feel like a fool. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside us died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh no, no, no. again for me and you. But we just can't stay together, don't you feel it too? Still, I'm glad for what we have and how I once loved you. It's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, I just can't hide it and just can't fake it. Well, it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide it, I just can't fake it. It's too late, baby, it's too late now, darling, it's too late.
That's so sweet. Hey, all right. Steph, we're going to check in with you. Anything new that you need to report, like someone trying to break into our house while we're out here doing the live stream?
I hope not.
Yes,
Although that almost happened the other night,
it
right?
did.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, the other night we were sleeping. It was 4 a.m. and some dude was trying to break into our house.
Yikes.
Yeah. We called the police, and they were cool. They came, and but I thwarted. What was I doing up at 4 a.m? Actually, I was sleeping, but not full blast. And I heard the sound, and I looked out and saw this guy right on the deck, right where you guys were eating dinner.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. So
Anyway, it all worked out.
it all worked out.
Yeah.
We're still alive, and I knocked on the window and thwarted him.
What about your fearless guard dog?
Very good point.
She slept through the whole thing.
Good point, Pam. That's what Stephanie said in the morning. She said,
I was
"What
wondering, maybe I thought you might have rigged up some like Home Alone booby traps or something.
Anyway, Steph, what do you got for us?
Well, I would say that everyone's blown away by the arrangements.
Neat.
Yes.
Yes, Peter.
And then
Neat.
the only thing possibly making it better is all the musicianship, the
Yes.
great players and solos and grooves. So
Yes.
lots of great comments there. And I know that the musicians like to read these comments afterwards. So thanks, everybody, for posting these. They're fun to read.
Yes.
Very enthusiastic. Love it.
Neat.
And Brian's very active.
Is he?
Yeah.
What kind of things does he sing?
Oh, wow, so good. Solos, amazing, and Pam's voice is so silky and
Yeah.
very tasty playing Duncan, on and on. It's great.
Yeah, but he's not mentioning working on. I thought he was working on the app for the plug-in directly into my
Yeah, what
brain.
is up with him?
He's
Get to work.
slacking.
That's classified.
Yeah, that's classified. All right. Okay, so we're moving on. We have a couple more for you, and we are super enjoying this. The next one is called "Will You Still Love Me?" One of Carole's big tunes. It was originally written for the Shirelles in 1960s. Does anyone remember that band? Mm-hmm. Yeah. When first presented with the song, lead singer Shirley Owens didn't want to record it because she thought it was too country. Imagine. She relented after a string arrangement was added. Note to self, always add strings at the bridge. Mike Shapiro, Kevin Lettow's ex-husband, we were in a band together, and he was always commenting on strings at the bridge, strings at the bridge. It's just the obvious choice, but it works so good you have to do it. So, however, Owens recalled that some radio stations had banned the record because they had felt the lyrics were too sexually charged. Woo! You be the judge.
I'll try to keep it PG.
Okay,
Peter, can you turn up the drums a bit?
there you go. Thanks. And remind me at the end, too.
Okay.
Okay, Duncan. Let me see. It's sounding good. All right, we're rolling.
you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes, but will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of.
What a great vibe. Super cool.
Tripp, I just want to comment that the people in the chat loved your playing the harmonica.
Yeah, Tripp.
People always love the harmonica.
Why?
It's the saddest of all instruments.
It's because you're so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that was great. That's a hard instrument to Tripp told me that went to learn to play that. It's called the chromatic harmonica, and it's unlike blues harmonicas, where blues harmonicas basically you play in one key. This can modulate, play in any key, but there's a lever, and it just sounds super complicated. When you blow in, you get one note. When you suck, you get another note. When you hit the key, you get another note.
And there's no reference with, they all feel the same, so it's easy to
get lost,
to make a big interval jump and land wrong. And
you did great.
I screwed up a couple times.
Okay, hey, we're gonna do a CD. Well, we're gonna do a giveaway, and not a CD. Today's winner is going to get Carole King's autographed picture, and there it is. Yes, we have an autographed picture that we're going to give, and as well as her book called A Natural Woman, which, by the way, these were donated by Digital Brian. How kind of him. He never takes no for an answer. He called Carole King's office, tried to get Carole King to be part of the show. They said, well, Carol's really into cooling out right now, but how about we give you a signed picture? So he orchestrated that, and then he got the book, of which he told me to read it, and he really suggested it. And when I'm done, then I'll send it to the winner. So I'm about a quarter of the way in it, and I'm loving it. Oh, what a story she had.
That's what you're doing at 4 a.m, Peter.
That's right. When the burglar came, I was reading, trying to cram the book so that we can give it to the winner. But
is it autobiography?
Yeah. Lots of great stories. She had an incredible life, like many husbands, so there was a lot of semi-turmoil, and it was during that whole time, the 70s, the hippie movement. I love it. So you will get the book. The book and the picture will come in a little bit. It won't come right away because I'm going to finish reading it. But it was brand new when I opened it, and I'm keeping it really clean. So that's the scoop. So here's the question. In the 70s, while in Laurel Canyon, Carole met James Taylor and Joni Mitchell and recorded her first solo album. It's on the Ode, O-D-E label, with James playing acoustic guitar and providing backup vocals. What's the name of the record? So this is Carole King's first solo record, done in the 70s. So we, after the next song, and Stephanie's going to keep an eye on the chat, the first one to get it right will win the book and the signed picture of Carole. So we're going to continue. This is a song that I never had heard before, called Bitter with the Sweet. When we were searching, Pam kind of helped me out, ones that she knew, ones that she liked, and also we went on Spotify and saw what are some of the big hits. And most of them I knew, but this was one that I didn't know that I really liked, and I thought it would be a good one to do a jazz version of. So it's called Bitter with the Sweet.
Peter, can you bring the volume of the drums back down?
Thank you for remembering. Yeah, that worked out good, I think, the last one. So it turns out when we play ballads and he's playing quiet, well, it's an obvious mix move, but we have no one mixing live except me, so that's why we have Dunk alert me. Bitter with the Sweet. Funky. This one's kind of funky, and it starts with Justin on the bass giving a little 70s funk rock bass line. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Sometimes I'm tired and I wonder what's so fired important about being in some place at some time, whoa, that I don't really mind. 'Cause I could be on easy street, and I know you got to take the bitter with the sweet. I guess it gets to everyone. You think you're not having any fun, and you wonder what you're doing, playing the games you play. Hey, well, it's true what they say. If you want to feel complete, don't you know that you got to take the bitter with the sweet? A friend of mine once told me, and I know he knows all about feeling down. He said everything good in life you gotta pay for. Feeling good is what we're paving the way for. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 seems the blues will never end. On this you can't depend, they always do. And I can tell you that it's true. It's a feeling that can't be beat, and you gotta do it. You got to take the bitter with the sweet. A friend of mine once told me, and I know he knows all about feeling down. He said everything good in life you gotta pay for.
Thank you. Bitter with the sweet. Isn't that a great tune?
Groovy.
That whole section at the end. Pam, sing that.
Na 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 na.
One more of those.
Na 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 na.
Love that section. Brazil comes to Carole King. Okay, CD giveaway answer. The name of the record is called Writer. W-R-I-T-E-R. Steph, what did you find out in the chat?
We have a winner, Elizabeth Chop.
How you spell that last name?
C-H-O-P-P.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she got it very quickly, too.
Did she? She must be a big-time fan. What's her name once again? Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Chop.
Okay, so Elizabeth, we need to get your mailing address, and the best way to do it is on my website. I can give it to you now, but on my it'll be at the very end of the show on the snail mail announcement. On the announcement for donations. There's my snail mail address. No, well, snail mail. No, email. My email address is there. And send me a note just giving me your address, and we will get the book to you, probably in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks for winning. How cool. Okay, nearing the end. This next piece is called Where You Lead, and this one has lyrics by Tony Stern also. This is sort of funny. Carole had written the music and the majority of the lyric when she solicited the assistance of Stern, that's her co-writer, saying, I can't write the bridge to this. If you can figure out the bridge, you can get co-writing credit for the song. Disliking the somewhat servile stance of the song as written by King so far, Stern swiftly conceived lyrics for its bridge, which she felt expressed a more empowered narrative voice. The lyrics submitted to King included the lines, if you want to live in fricking New York City, honey, you know I will. King decided to delete the F word. Here is our version of Where You Lead, and we I thought, cool, let's play it like reggae and Bach mixed in. Bach and reggae. Bach and reggae, a new song style. Duncan, you got it?
what you're worth, where you lead, I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. If you're out on the road, feeling lonely and so cold, baby, all you have to do is call my name and I'll be there on the next train. Where you lead, I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Where you lead, I will follow. Anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Where you lead, I will follow. Anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Where you lead, I will follow. Baby, anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Where you lead.
Nice. Reggae Bach. Bach reggae. That's it. All right. Hey, let me tell you who's in the band. Once again, give it up for Duncan Moore out in the drum shed. Duncan Moore on the drums. We have Pamela Pendrell singing for us with you with us.
Yeah, Pam.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, upstairs on the bass doing an incredible job, Justin Grinnell.
Thank you.
Hey, this tells you a little bit about the humor that this dude takes. Danny Green shows up in a bright red shirt, just to throw us off, because Stephanie had sent him a note saying, don't wear red because you're in a red room. So Danny Green on the piano, sense of humor, great piano playing.
Danny.
Brother Tripp Sprague playing flute, sax, chromatic harmonica, soprano sax. Tripp.
Tripp Sprague.
Flat tire Tripp. I think I have everyone. Then Steve Grant is switching for us.
How about Beth?
Beth!
It's okay.
No, it isn't okay. Beth Ross Buckley on the flute, everybody.
Yeah.
I just want to mention, if you love this and you want to see us live, come to
Yes.
the Conrad. There are just a couple of tickets.
When is that?
Few tickets tomorrow
Oh,
night
tomorrow.
at
Tomorrow
7:30
night.
p.m. We'll do it again, and
Yes.
and if you feel like putting on your hippie kind of mid-mod 70s look, come on over.
Are you kind of asking people to do that?
Yeah, I am. I am
Love it.
asking.
Love that
I don't know what
idea.
you're wearing.
Are
but
we wearing tuxes or what?
No,
I don't think
far
so.
from it. Miles from it. Well, Beth
you,
also
Peter.
one of
Thank
the
you for these.
inspirations for this whole
Yeah,
project.
these arrangements are so killer. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks.
Peter
job.
Sprague.
Peter Sprague.
Peter on the guitar. Peter on the guitar. And then I wanted to say, Stephanie Flory, switching.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Stephanie Flory dressing up the studio correctly and managing the chat. Super good vibe. We're going to play one more for you. This is James's iconic, a tune that James recorded, but Carole King recorded, and they both had hits for this song. It's called "You've Got a Friend."
And who wrote it, Carole?
Carole King wrote it, but James recorded. Actually, a bunch of people recorded, but James had a big #1 hit, and Carole did too. Everyone good? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I will be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, running, yeah, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you, yes, and desert you, and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, running, yeah, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend?
Yes. Okay, folks, that's the show. We're getting to do this music one more time tomorrow night at the Conrad Theater in La Jolla. If you're local and want to hear it live, it's going to probably even be better that because we had another run through. But what a night of music! Super fun.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe, Peter, you can put the ticket link on your chat,
Yes,
or I can when I'm done.
if you could. Yes. I guess there are only a few tickets left. Is that correct, Beth?
That's correct.
That's a good sign, man. We love it. We'll be back streaming in about a month. I'm thinking of the next show doing a Beatles show. We've done them before, but there's a bunch of Beatles songs that I have arranged that we haven't done. So I'll let you know on that. We played for tips and donations. We sure would appreciate you chipping in and rewarding all these hard-working musicians that shedded the music. And we really appreciate that. And is the information up? Yep, and we'll leave it up for a little bit after the show. So that's it. On behalf of the whole band, Carole King, I hope you're watching. We love you. We love your music. We will do it again. Thank you so much. Goodbye.